everyone. I guess this is the second of what we're hoping to be probably weekly video logs, where we're kind of going to just, I guess, practice talking sort of off the cuff. You know, neither of us are super good at that, as Coury kind of mentioned, and it is good for us to get, sort of force ourselves into getting that practice a little more often. You know, we do the live streams, but that's kind of different. And it's just a good opportunity for us to talk about what's going on or what fun things we maybe got or did in the past week. Right now, I am kind of in the midst of changing gears to work on a Castlevania episode. I was trying to get an episode on Tom Du Bois, the artist who drew most of the Konami box art from late 80s through first several years of the 90s. I was hoping to get that out not this weekend, but the next weekend. But we realized with the new Castlevania Rondo and Symphony compilation coming out on PS4 that it would just be a good opportunity to talk about those games. I mean, those are games we love, and it'll be interesting to sort of compare the different versions. I've never really thought too deeply about some of the differences between those versions, especially with like the, you know, you've got the PS1 Classic for Symphony, but how does that compare to the version that's included in the Dracula X Chronicles on PSP? Both running on the same system, but I'm pretty sure they're presented a bit differently. So yesterday I captured basically everything I'm going to need from the PC Engine version of Rondo, the Super Nintendo Dracula X, the sort of watered down Rondo, and a good deal of Symphony of the Night on PS1. Coury has Saturn Symphony of the Night, and Xbox 360 Symphony of the Night. He's gonna help me get those, and I'm hoping to capture things that I need from other versions. I've actually got on my table in the studio here a few of the things that I'll need to get B-roll shots of, like the PSP version of the remake of Rondo and stuff like that running on PSP, and I guess there's a new 3DS version of Dracula X Chronicles that I'm going to buy today and shoot footage of. This past weekend I spent pretty much all weekend doing a lot of reorganizing. This shelf here, it's not perfect, but at least this stuff is in a place. You know, I've kind of got this thing where I really like organization. I really like coming up with new ideas for how I'm going to set things up and you know, make everything work efficiently, but at the same time, I really have a hard time keeping more than one place in my house actually organized at a time. And for a while, that's kind of been the living room, you know, because I gotta shoot a lot of stuff in there, and I work in there, and I play in there, and but there's so much more I want to do with the rest of my stuff and the other places in my house, and you know, just getting that stuff hopefully in a place, and hopefully I can keep it there for a while and just have a place to put things. I need to have like a designated drawer or shelf where, okay, I have this thing, I do not know where to put this. Well, instead of putting it somewhere else, I need to put it on the I don't know shelf or in the I don't know drawer. I still need to come up with where that is. Out in sort of the open area upstairs, I've got this really great idea for how I'm going to capture composite S-video, some component things like HD Retrovision, things I don't have hooked up downstairs in my main setup, which is primarily using RGB and official component solutions, and of course HDMI, but things that I don't have set up in the main setup that I need to capture from time to time. The upstairs setup, using the RetroTink and the old pre-1.6 OSSC and the Framemeister, which is no longer my main setup. When I need to capture stuff from those, the idea up here is that I will be able to just capture those without wasting so much time running wires downstairs and making a mess just for these temporary shots. I'll be able to get everything much more quickly. Everything can just be set up and functional, and I can actually use stuff like Commodore without having to make a big hassle out of it. Right now, it's not really all connected yet, but I've got the things more or less in place. I'm going to have to buy a few wires. I want to use the Extron for switching composite and S-Video, and I need to get those like S-Video to Luma and Chroma BNC cables that I don't have those yet. But since I'm sort of working on some of these episodes, I haven't really taken the time to really sort through what all I need. So I'm going to order that stuff soon, and maybe in a future little video log I can show it all working together. All right, so I know that Coury's done a few cool things this week too that he wants to share with you, so I'm going to get back to recording Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood stuff, and I'll let him share that with you.
There you are. How you doing?
Good.
Do you want to tell everybody who you are?
Aria.
Yeah, and who am I?
Daddy.
Yeah, this is your big moment. Well, actually, no, you were on a video that I did a long time ago when you were really little.
When I was in Hello Kitty pajamas.
Were you in Hello Kitty? You might have been. So today, I got this big box right here from YouTube. You see it on there? It says YouTube right there.
I love to watch you.
I know. Hang on. We gotta sit back here because we gotta stay in the shot. So we're gonna open this together, okay?
I can do it.
Well,
Is that how you do it?
well, I think you have to go this way.
Oh.
I don't know how excited you're gonna be about this. I'll do one side, okay? I don't know, it's...
You do that?
Sophia, what are you doing over there? Careful, watch, you gotta watch your fingers.
Like this one?
Yeah. Just like that. There you go. All right. What do you think it's gonna be?
Camera.
Hang on. Let's open it. Hang on. You wanna go a little slower? All right. Pull it off. Can I read this? Let me read this, okay? Congratulations. So this right here.
Got 1,000 subscribers. I only got one.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Presented to My Life in Gaming for passing 100,000 subscribers.
Passing?
Yeah. I think at the time we made this, we're at right around 106,000. 106,000 people. Isn't this really cool though?
Yeah.
Look at that.
What is it?
It goes on the wall. It's got like a, you see?
Mirror?
It's got like a mirror on there. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess you can do, hey, don't, hey.
What?
So I hang it on the wall. There's nothing else in there, it's just this. So thanks to everybody who subscribed and supported us in the last 5 years. You've made this possible. So thank you so much. So when we started making this, you were just a little bit older than 1. And now how old are you?
6.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
So that was made for a while? They were working on that for a while?
No, I think they only made this, last week. But we've been working on getting this for a long time. Since you were 1.
Yeah.
All right. So do you think that we'll ever make it to 1 million subscribers?
1,000,000. Infinity. 100.
Yeah. You think we'll get to Affinity 100?
Yeah.
Maybe.
1,000 Infinity 100.
Yeah. Well, that seems like a pretty big number.
Million.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if what we do, it could entertain 1 million people. Well, you have any last things you want to say?
No.
No? How about, see you next time? See you next time. What do they always say? What What does every YouTuber always say? They say, bye, guys.
Yeah.
All right. You want to say it? Say it right to the camera.
Bye, guys.
Just kind of going through some old controllers, and I thought that it'd be fun to swap out the insides of an old NES controller and put it inside of a Classic Edition controller. No idea how this is going to go, but let's see how it goes. If I fail, I'm going to show you anyways. So basically, I just want to take this board and put it in the other one, I believe. It's not looking too bad. Oop. Well, if I'm messing it up, you just need to tell me. All right. Now, I'm gonna open this up. Look at that, it's such a it's beautiful. Beautiful! Alright. It's a beaut. Ooh, this is the screws are a little different. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Come on. I should just be able to put that right there. If I can get that out of there quick. Always got to have a magnetic screwdriver handy. Right. That goes right there. And technically, I should be able to just take that, have it fit right in, right? Alright, I can pick it up. That probably gives me a little more leverage. I don't have to worry about that. The buttons or D-pad pushing back on it. There we go. There. So that kind of went down like this. Out, I think. Basically, I think that's how it went. Let's see. I can take this and put that right on. Come on. Maybe that's right. I need to utilize my space a little bit better. I think I might have it. Alright. Well, that was a bit more effort than I was kind of expecting. Hopefully Hopefully I maintain this stuff in the camera. On camera, just pretty good. Feels good. Should we try it out? Alright. Now, let's see how it works. What should I start with? I mean, I always feel like Castlevania is a really good one to start with because of the diagonals. I'll get as many in as I can before this camera battery dies. Here we go. I'm definitely liking how it feels. Here comes the kitty again. And I'm playing this on the high-def NES. I'm using a controller extension. I really like how this feels. I was having an issue with my 8-bit controller. I was throwing knives when I was holding forward. So that's what kind of prompted me to move forward with this project first. Because that's just not going to fly. I don't mind using the wireless controller just if I need to test something pretty quick. But it just doesn't, I can't play for real like that. Yeah, I mean, it feels absolutely perfect. How about Jackal? Like, that one uses diagonals a lot. So we'll do that one. Contra would also be a good choice for this, I suppose. Yeah, this feels awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. I think this is my go-to controller for the foreseeable future, at least. I wish they sold Super NES ones separately, and I would do that as well. You can really test responsiveness in terms of, like, jump up the walls in this. It's just a good test of it, too, I think. Seeing if you can jump up the wall one way without, doing a crisscross. Like this. I think that's a pretty good way to test a controller. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's the way to do it. Oh, I thought I could jump on that. So, I think that this is pretty much way better than I was actually even expecting it to be. I think that it's like a pretty good replacement, and this will probably be my go-to NES controller, for the foreseeable future.